Monthly challenges are such a great feature in J2, and I wish more people would talk about them. So today, I'm going to give out my suggestions for monthly challenges. Currently, I have the May monthly challenges. And I've done pretty much all of them that I can do, since I decided to reset my progress for some reason, but we don't talk about that. But today, I think that I just want to really show my love for monthly challenges without making a video on why they are really good, because that would be boring, as if my videos aren't already boring enough. But here you go. I decided it would be a good idea to make a video on monthly challenges that I thought of and wanted to add to the game. So, yeah, here are monthly challenge suggestions that I randomly picked up over time. If you're intrigued to hear some opinions, well, here you go. This is what you get. These are my monthly challenge suggestions. Can this portal load? I will wait for this portal to load before we begin the intro. I want to play Rising Molten Rocks. I really don't actually. I hate it, but it's gotta rebeat it because, you know, swear to God, if it teleports me to Christmas 2018. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's start with the beginner challenges, because yes, I have an entire set of monthly challenges. Not expecting them all to be used. Not expecting any of them to be used. But I still decided to mention them because why not? My first idea for my monthly challenge of the beginner challenges is in Halloween 2018, make it from Kitty Cannon's gravestone to Steeple of Rising Molten Rocks portal without touching any green. This is a pretty interesting challenge in my opinion, and it's pretty simple. Just get from the top of Kitty's gravestone. We will all miss you. You were a real contributor. Existential crisis aside, you get from their gravestone. I'm not gonna assume gender, sorry, J2 community. And you just gotta parkour your way without touching any of the green. Rising Molten Rocks portal is right here too. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You just parkour without touching any green, and I just touched green. We don't talk about that. I feel like if they decide to do this though, to make it so that they have to just get to Rising Molten Rocks Island, because getting to the actual portal is a bit of a task. So that's my first beginner challenge. I'm not doing the beginner challenges or any of the challenges really in order. I'm just doing them, so you know. Hold up, I gotta go feed my Gins really quick. My Gins. Editor, please cut this scene out. I'm back, editor, please cut that scene out. But anyway, TOK used edition is my next monthly challenge. So TOK. Tower Killjoys, yep, it's just normal TOK. But what does used edition mean? Used edition is basically, you know how you get like hand-me-down games and there's data from the person playing the game? What if like TOK was like that? Or I don't know how I missed that ladder. That was embarrassing. But what if TOK was like that? So basically, like, what if, for example, this button that you have to press was already pressed for you, so you have to do this wraparound instead of going here and then doing the wraparound. Or this push box is already pushed into the button for you. Oh wait, I didn't spawn the push box, bruh. What if this push box was already pushed into the button for you? Bye, have a great time.
Happy birthday.
They're in the void now. I had my microphone on. For this challenge, for this next beginner challenge, we have Tower of Bone Snapping to do. And this shall be what I call Tower of Bone Snapping descending version. Where you know how there's like a safety net? Sometimes they have like challenges, like TOH but with safety nets, or do a monthly challenge tower with safety nets, all that. What if there's like a challenge with Tower of Phone Snapping, the tower that I love to death, but you actually have to do it backwards. So basically, it's like a normal day playing phone snapping, but for some reason you start on like this one stud or something, and there's like invisible safety nets that teleport you back. Maybe they could, you know, that one stud is kind of hard to just spawn on. So maybe like if it's kind of hard to just stay still on something like that one stud. And Nope Gamer X.X, I have it on Steam, and what the heck. And but yeah, that one stud is kind of just hard to land on. It's thin, so like it'll take a few attempts to land on it. I just thought this would be an idea, because that's mainly what all of these are, ideas that I had. Honestly, this one's kind of boring. You're basically just beating phone snapping, but backwards. But I like it because phone snapping is a great tower and it fits all with the beginner theme. So, yep, that's my challenge. Now let's move on to the final beginner challenge. Wait, what? Okay, at least I can. Alright, so we're done with the beginner challenges. Let's start off with the intermediate challenges. We have 2 in Zone 1 actually. Don't know why. We've had 3 intermediate challenges in Zone 1. Like, weirdly. Don't get it. But it just happens. So first of all, we have the Tower of Mirrored Heck challenge, or whatever they want to do. But personally, I think Mirrored Heck is best for this one. This challenge is beat the misplaced tower on the Zone 1 difficulty chart. So basically what this means is the Jito people, the Jito staff could move. They can move. Like, I want Mirrored Heck, but honestly, I don't know why I want this one. It's just, I don't know. Now I don't want Mirrored Heck, but now I don't want Mirrored Heck, and it's just. But anyway, so basically, they could like move it to where it's a different place. It's a different place from where it already was. So you have to beat the tower that was placed in a different location. like Tower of Mirrored Heck has a bunch of space that can be done to where it's subtle, but not actually that subtle. So yeah, this is my one suggestion for Zone 1. Garden of Ishal. The sub-realm that everyone loves somehow, and I love it too. It's pretty good. And what the heck happened to my trail? Alright, got my Haunted Candy trail back. I don't know what that was about. But Steeple of Overgrowth by the Burbs World is the part of this next challenge. Basically, I'm just gonna try to get to the end of Steeple of Overgrowth really quick. So yeah, let's do it. We're here. That was some great Z fighting. But for this one, beat Steeple of Overgrowth's final floor without touching any kill bricks. Okay, so if Jayta doesn't like controversy, they could If Jayta doesn't like controversy, they could just go ahead and put this at intermediate. But I personally think this is beginner, because Steeple of Overgrowth's gameplay overall is pretty just easily. So not touching any kill bricks, that's a pretty hard thing. The main reason I was doing this, not copy the TOPS challenge where you don't have to touch any kill bricks. That was done in like sometime, I don't remember when, but there was like a TOPS challenge where you couldn't touch any kill bricks. This is basically that challenge. The main reason I wanted to do this though is because look at the floor. So the final, not touching any kill bricks on the final floor is gonna be a rough time. And also, I personally think if they do this challenge, make it end at this key right here. Once you touch this key, that should end the challenge. Alright, here we have the practice obby, where you can practice at getting a social life, which I probably need to practice someday. Here's my challenge. Alright, so now I beat the practice obby, so here's my challenge. What the heck was that? But anyway, here's my challenge for the practice obby. Beat the practice obby in 45 seconds. Beat the Zone 1 practice obby in 45 seconds. This, I think, is a pretty neat idea because it gives more light to the practice hobbies, which I really want to. Events and practice hobbies are probably like the things I want more light to be shined to in this game because they're very overlooked things. Also races. Races are very overlooked things too. I love races. They're so fun to do. I don't know why everyone forgets that practice hobbies, events, and races exist. And I'm not saying that when events happen, people don't do them. Like, almost everybody does them. But, like, seriously. Like, people, once events are over, people don't care about the elevator secret unless they send some dumb monthly challenge. So, you know, I wanted to give a light to be shined to the practice hobbies. And this is my way of doing that. But anyway, I have more monthly challenges to get to, and I will not hold this up like I hold everything up in my videos because the pacing is absolutely atrocious. So we shall now move on. If you ever played the Eclipse Headquarters event in Jayta, you know that it is 1, a good event, 2, different than most events. In this event, you don't just beat 3 steeples. You actually have to find buttons in various places. So like, is there a button over where I just went? Is there a button over here? There are various elevator buttons like Luigi's Mansion 3 if you ever played that game. Such an amazing game. And you even get advice from some radio. That's definitely someone who never scammed your whole family ever. My goal for this one, I have 2 different ideas for a challenge. The main one that I have we will get to in a sec. My long lost brother. He's so precious. Alright, so my first idea for the challenge is get shot out of a cannon in the Halloween 2022 in Eclipse headquarters, and I shot myself out. So I'm too lazy to actually show you, but in Coles, the first thin stud is on the first basement. You just gotta do a few jumps on the first basement, and boom, you're on that. You touch that thin stud. So the challenge that I have in mind for my last intermediate challenge is touch a thin stud in Coles. Because once you touch the thin stud in the first basement, you're golden. So now we shall continue onwards. Oh boy, you guys are gonna hate me for suggesting this idea. But why not suggest it, right? Floor 8 of Impossible. Beat Floor 8 outside of Tower of Impossible Expectations without turning your camera. I'm not joking. I really don't. Oh, this is. Well, if this actually gets in the game, this is gonna be painful, man. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I always end up with my camera like this for some reason. I'm actually gonna attempt this challenge right now. I always end up with my camera like this for some reason. I also can't do the strategy that I normally do. That skips a good portion of the outside. Oh, I can't see now. I can't time the strategy. I saw a part down there. Gosh darn it. Yeah, this is gonna be absolute pain. Feel bad for you guys. I don't know if for the challenge they should put a safety net, because it would be annoying to have to retry it over and over again. But yeah, that's basically the challenge. People are gonna hate me for this challenge. But you know, I mean, everyone makes mistakes. And if this challenge is bad, I'm sorry. It's fun to me. Anyway, yeah. Next tower. I mean, not next tower. But next advanced challenge. This is what's known as the Moon of Darkness in the Ring 2 shop. This costs 42 tickets. What if you had to beat just whatever tower, what's a good tower in Ring 2? What if you had to beat Tower of Zero Disturbances with this moon? Tower of Zero Disturbances isn't a hard tower, but this moon, getting 42 tickets for this moon isn't too hard of it. It's pretty hard task. That's probably gonna be the main challenge for it. So yeah, that's mainly what it is. To complete a monthly challenge. That is my idea for my final advanced challenge. So anyway, let's finally move on to the psychologically unsafe challenges. You have to beat it, but as if it was Gen 2. And then you have to beat the actual Gen 2 bosses. So yeah, this is just my idea. Beat every black floor in Ring 2. Sorry, not every black floor. Beat every white floor inside of Ring 2. Let's just go over this real quick. Beat every white floor? Well, what would necessarily count as a white floor? So it is time to pull out the tool that white floor is not that hard. Even Traps has a white floor. TOTF has a white floor. Anyway, let's go to our good old pal, Forgotten Ridge, for this next chapter. We're gonna go to Steeple of Huge Pain for this one because Steeple of Huge Pain is underrated. You can cry about it. This is a steeple in the Forgotten Ridge. Wow, what a surprise. but let's just check it out. Look at this. It's not that intimidating, but the jumps can't look intimidating. And this is kind of a basic idea, honestly, but I wanted to bring it up. SOHP, but buffed. Yeah, not the best idea, especially compared to what I've had so far. But I really think this would be really cool. Yeah, buffed is not a creative concept at all, but you can't really force me to think a lot about this. Especially when, like, I don't really have much to say about classic style stuff. I know I've had coals in one of these. Still. How did I get stuck here? Okay. The main reason I'm pointing this out is because it jumps like this. I could see that one being very hard in the future, being buffed. Or this jump was always scary to me for some reason, even though I haven't failed it once and then I just got flat-sided there. That was amazing. Oh god, imagine the spinner. Anyway, yeah, definitely not the most creative challenge. But I feel like monthly challenges, due to them being monthly, they have an excuse to not all be creative. So hopefully this can fly by some people. Anyway, we shall now move back to Ring 1 for a challenge that I think a lot of people will hate me for. The final psychologically unsafe challenge, which appears in Tower of Killjoys. Yes, after all this time, we're finally back visiting our good old pal, good old friend, Tower of Killjoys, for one last challenge. After you get a bunch of lockpicks, you can go down this thing, which for some reason, what the heck? That's weird. Okay, so I don't really have the best demonstration for this one, due to the fact that I'm too lazy to get the lockpick, but this is a cramped section. Even just doing this section fast is difficult. What about like a rising lava timer in this section that you had to do? I know I've done a lot of individual section challenges in this video, the Toha section, there was another individual section, but I really like these individual section kind of things. So, I really think a lot of people aren't gonna have fun with this one because a lot of beginners struggle with this. And this isn't the hard part of it, because the rising lava will move super fast, plus the fact that you just have to figure your way out. It's hard. Definitely the easiest psychologically unsafe challenge on here though. But that really wraps it up. I want to thank you guys if you stuck around watching this video. And I'm not saying that all of these monthly challenge ideas are going to get in. I really do hope some of them get in. But then again, not all of them are that great of ideas. Not all of them will get in. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support over the time I've been doing my YouTube. Even if it's just a few subscribers. I'm not saying I don't want to hit milestones soon though. I do want to someday hit milestones. But for now, I'm happy with what I got, because I really do not care. Because even though it would be nice to have a bigger community, I think chilling with the 30 people I've got right now is also a better, pleasant experience. Anyway, I really hope to see you guys soon. Hopefully I get to finish the immense amount of videos I have. Because yes, I am finally gonna
probably go back with a video explaining why I haven't been doing my normal upload schedule like I used to do for months now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.